We are on Mikvaot Perak Daled Mishnah Aleph, first Mishnah in the fourth chapter Masechet Mikvaot. We're going to talk about Mayim She'uvim. What's considered Mayim She'uvim? Drawn water. If water flows into a tzinor. Says the Mishnah, Hameniach kelim tachat tzinor. If you leave a kli, you leave a vessel under the tzinor, under the gutter. So basically, this is the situation. You have rain, water flowing into the gutter. It's going down into the gutter, and then you leave there's a bucket there to catch the rainwater, but the bucket overflows and then goes into the mikvah. Is this into this bore? Is this mayim she'uvim? Is this considered drawn water because it went into a kli? Or is it not considered drawn water? Says the Mishnah, echad kelim gdolim, ve'echad kelim ktanim, whether they're large kelim or small kelim. Afilu, even if they are klei glalim. Glalim are made of kelim that are made of manure. Klei avanim, kelim that are made of stone, klei adama, kelim that are made of dirt, of mud, all of those posim et mikvah. Now, they are posel, so the water that goes into the kli, goes into the gutter, goes into the kli, it overflows and goes into the mikvah. Because it went into the kli, it's like it's drawn water. It's called mayim she'uvim, and they are posel et mikvah. Why do we have the list of klei glalim, klei avanim, and klei adama? These are the three types of kelim. You might have recognized them. They're not mekabel tumah. And they use them in the Beit HaMikdash. So you say, well, maybe they're not Makabel Tumah, but they're not real Kelim. No. Vis-a-vis the issue of drawn water, of Mayim She'uvim, they are Kelim, and they are Posel, the Mikvah. So you say to yourself, well, that's all fine and good. Let's go back to our picture. What about this? What about the spout itself? Isn't that a Kli? Doesn't that hold water? So now we have to look at the Bartanura for 1 second. Okay, the Bartanura says, Hacha Maire, here we're talking about a case. Tzinor shel eitz, a spout of wood, shikav'o, ulebisov chakako. You attached it to the house, you attached it, kava, and then chakako, then you hewed it out. Therefore, dehoil v'lo hayalo torat kli kishikav'o, when you attached to the house, it didn't have a torat kli, it didn't have the status of a kli. Even though you hewed it out, you hollowed it out afterwards, the water inside of it is not considered mayim she'uvim. Ho'il, since let's go back to our picture. Here, you attach this spout thing, right, to the wall, so it's just a block. Then you hollowed it out, and therefore, let's say it doesn't, I'm sure it wasn't that fine, but they hollowed it out, they cut out the top too, but it could hold water. It could hold water. No, it was a block of wood, and since it was just a block of wood, then you're good. Then that's not considered a problem. So, but if you put the kli under it, let's go back to our picture. You have the kli under it, that kli is a problem. The water is mayim she'uvim. Says the Mishnah. Echad hameniach ve'echad shochech. It doesn't matter whether you placed it there on purpose to catch the water, or you forgot it there. Kidivrei Beit Shammai. That's the position of Beit Shammai. Beit Hillel mitarim b'shochech. Beit Hillel says, listen, if you forgot it there, then it's tahor. I mean, you didn't intentionally place the bucket there. You left it there, and then it started to rain. Therefore, that's not considered mayim she'uvim. You didn't draw it on purpose. Amar Rabbi Meir. Meir says, Nimnu v'ravu Beit Shammai Beit Hillel. This is one of those cases where the Mishnah and Shabbat talks about a bunch of cases where Beit Shammai Nimnu, they gathered up, and even they counted themselves up, and they v'ravu, they had a majority of Beit Shammai on Beit Hillel, and they legislated law and said, we're right, sorry, whether you leave it there or whether you forget it there, we win the halacha. But umodim, they agree, b'shocheach, b'chatzer. Let's say you didn't forget the thing under the spout, but you forget it just in the middle of the chatzer, in the middle of the courtyard. Shehu tahor. That water, that's the second case here. If you left it in the courtyard and then it rains and it fills up and then it overflows and drips into there, if you just forget it there, that's not a problem. They agree. Now, the Bartanura explained that in Shabbat, the Gemara brings this whole machloket, and the Gemara says mugmi pluktayu. They explain the argument. Shinicham tachat hatzinur b'shat kishur avim. Right, you left it under the spout when kishur avim, the clouds were coming together, getting cloudy. But then v'nit pazru, they spread out. Ushechachan, you forgot it. V'chazu v'nit kashru. So the question is were you trying? Let's go back to our picture. The clouds are forming, so you wanted to catch the water, but then the clouds went away, and so you don't want to leave it there. But then the clouds came back, and you forgot about it. That's what the Gemara says. That's what you're talking about. That's a machloket Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel. Aval, but hinicha tachat tzinor b'shat kishur avim. But everyone agrees if you left it when the clouds were coming, okay, and the rain didn't come, you went and you forgot them there. Everyone agrees. If you originally intended to gather the water, to gather the rainwater, then your original intention remains, and therefore it's considered ma'im she'uvim. But if you just left it there when there was no rain coming, divrei hakol tehorim shelo nitkaven mitchila lakach. So therefore, essentially, Beit Shammai, the essential case, Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel agree is: did you intend to collect the water? If you intend to collect the water originally, then did you negate your intention or not? But if you intended to, it's ma'im she'uvim. If you didn't intend to, then it's not ma'im she'uvim. That's shochech bechatzer. So if you forgot it in the chatzer, shehu tahor. Rabbi Yossi says, Adayin machloket bimkoma omeret. So there's different opinions about what this means, but according to the Bartenura, the machloket still stands. What does that mean? The machloket still stands. Shelo amdu leminyan al kach velo rabu tamidei Beit Shammai. That we said nimnu v'rabu. This is one of those cases that's mentioned that Beit Shammai overpowered Beit Hillel and they got the majority and they won. Rabbi Yossi says no. Beit Hillel never thought they lost. They didn't vote on this issue, and it's still a machloket. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.